You guys probably already could have done this problem 10 times over. So, what do we do on this problem? What's the first thing we do on this problem to solve it? 6 minus negative 3. Right. Is this one multiplication, by the way? Is this times? No. How do you know? Parentheses don't always mean multiply, do they?
No.
When do they? When do parentheses mean times?
When they're right next to each other.
Yeah, if this guy wasn't here, and if it was just the 6 right up against the parentheses, then yeah, it'd be 6 times 3, 18. It would be negative 18. But what about that? So this is not multiplication because there's another symbol between the 6 and the parentheses. So it's adding, subtracting. So what do you do then?
Subtract.
Yeah. Well, actually, when I say it's not multiplying, really those minuses multiply. The 6 and the 3 don't multiply is what I mean. But the 2 minuses, they do multiply, don't they? The 2 negatives do multiply to become adding, and it's 9. Right? Do you remember that? Remember the 2 negatives right up against each other multiply to become positive? 2 negatives, and then you add. So it's actually adding in the end, isn't it? Remember all that? So 2 negatives make the positive. Because the negatives do multiply. Why? Because that negative is right up against the parenthesis, but the 6 is not right up against the parenthesis. Right. All right. Okay, so let's try minus 6 minus 3. So try that out. It's the same thing. First thing you do is exactly what we did in the last problem. Those 2 minuses right up against each other, positive, right? The 2 negatives. Those 2 will make plus. These 2 make plus 3. But the minus 6, he still stays minus 6. That minus doesn't go away. So far, so good? And now we finish from there. Now, how do you do minus 6 plus 3?
The gains and losses.
Yeah, the gains and loss thing. Good. I hope that's working for you. Or you probably already knew that. Loss, if you lose 6 and you gain 3. I lost $6, then I gained 3 later. What's the net effect to my bank account? I'm down 3. Or football. We're in football playoff season right now. If the football team, the running back, loses 6 yards on the play, and then the next play they gain 3, where are they at? They're back 3. Aren't they? Either one. Money, football, whatever works for you. Same thing. Gains and losses. Pluses and minuses are just gains and losses, aren't they? On that. And of course, you can use your calculator on those. Whoops, I just did the wrong question. There we go. So 4/5 minus 8/7. So do you remember how do we handle adding and subtracting of fractions? What do we do for those? Common denominator. Yeah, you've got to make the denominators the same. So you must for adding and subtracting fractions must make the denoms common or same, huh? Yeah. So how do we do that? How do we make those 2 denominators the same, common? You multiply by the other one, don't you? So I'm going to multiply this one by the 7 top, the other denominator, 7 top and bottom, and I multiply this one by the 5, the other denominator. You always multiply by the other denominator, but you got to do the top and the bottom because you don't want to change the fraction. Just want to make it look different, right? I always call it plastic surgery just to help people remember. We're removing the wrinkles. We're giving the fraction a new look, but it's the same as it always was. So it's 28/35. Now it's 40/35. Again, you can use calculators if you're rusty on some of those times tables, 4 times 7 and 5 times 8. Now we can subtract them. Now they're the same denominator. And the denominator, we don't do anything with that. That just remains common. Subtract numbers on top. 28 minus 40 minus 12. There we go. Oh, and that might be, it's not reducible though, is it? Yeah, I was thinking maybe, but no, nothing goes into 12 and 35, so we're just done right there. Is that good? I mean, I know you've seen all this, but I'd be glad to, just let me know if there's something that you want to refresh on. Okay. Okay. Minus 2/5 minus 4/3. So same kind of thing. Go ahead and make common denominator and combine those fractions. Oh yeah, I should say, some people have their computers and laptops, and probably y'all got your phones. That's great with me. You know, I know for some of you, maybe here a lot of you, this is easy. You want to get your homework done during class? Feel free. I'm into you using your time in the best way you possibly can. Yeah. So for a lot of people, this is like easy. You just bring your laptop or even on your phone, and you can just be cranking through the homework and kind of watching me go, oh yeah, that's right, that's how you do that, and then to do the one, because you'll have different numbers, you know. Feel free to do that. Usually there's a few people that are working on getting their homework. You can get your homework maybe half done right here in class time, you know, and a lot of times also it's helpful because you'll see something weird that I'm not realizing is in the homework. You know, Mr. Heron, number 17 has got a weird, and I'll go, oh, okay, and I'll show everybody, and it's helpful to everybody. So feel free to do that. Bring those and make the most of your time. Okay, so we got to multiply by the other denominator, right? So that would be 3 top and bottom here, and 5 top and bottom there, right? Just do the other one and make a common denominator there. So that'd be minus 6 15ths, and this will be 20 15ths, like that. Okay, so we got the common denominators. Now we're ready to combine them together. It's going to be a 15. What do we do there with those numbers? Yeah, because they're both a loss, huh? It's a lot. If you lose, I'm just looking at the tops now. If you lose, say, you know, I lost $6 and then I lost $20, or the running back lost 6 yards on the play and then lost 20 yards on the play, where are they at? They're back 26 yards, right? We know that. You just combine them. It's a big old loss. So there we go. They're both negative. So they combine for a big negative. Is that good there? Questions on that? Why is it, I thought 2 negatives made a positive. Why didn't that happen here? Have you heard that rule? 2 negatives, I just said it a minute ago even. 2 negatives make a positive.
They're not next to each other.
Right, which means they're not doing what?
Multiplying.
They're not multiplying. Good. Yeah, 2 negatives make a positive when they multiply. But 2 negatives don't make a positive adding or subtracting. They just make a bigger negative, don't they? Right, so I want to make sure you're clear on those different rules. Good. All right. So I'm trying to, it's like my New Year's resolution for teaching is to do, I always do the easy ones and not the hard because I run out of time. So my resolution is to do the hard ones with you. So means I'm going to skip some easy ones so I can get to the hard ones. All right, let's do this one. What would you do? I would just multiply it. There's probably some common denominator that's smaller, but whatever. Who cares? Just multiply by the other one. That'll be easier. You got a calculator, right?
So we don't have to use the lowest?
You do, right. Exactly. Well said. You don't have to use the lowest. I mean, you could, but it's a fair bit of work to find the lowest. And you have a calculator anyway, right? So I think it's easier just to go ahead like this.
In the end, it comes out the same.
In the end, it does. There's just more reduction we'll have to do when we use bigger numbers, but yeah. Since we have a calculator.
Can we use our phones for calculators to say we don't have our calculators?
Oh, absolutely. Just the only time you can't use the phone is during the test, right? Because you can text answers. So yeah, phones are fine, but on the actual test, you need to have a calculator that's not a phone. All right. So I've got a calculator as well. So 35 times 20. 9, 10, and 35 times 45, 1575, and 405 over. All right, you getting those on your calculator? All those numbers. So, got a common denominator now? The denominators match. And 910 minus 405, whatever that is. Is that 405? No, 505. Yeah. We okay to there? And then what has to be done with that? It's got to be reduced, huh? That thing's got to be reduced. Fair bit of reduction required on that thing. What goes in? I don't know like everything, but I know what. Yeah, right. Because the end's in 5, huh? So just start there, and hopefully things will get nicer. I mean, things will get nicer. 101 over whatever. 315, yeah. Okay, now can that go further?
No.
I'm not sure. I don't think so either. I can't think of anything. 101 is kind of a weird number. I can't think of anything that goes into 101. I mean, honestly, I could be wrong. I could be forgetting of some, but I don't think so. That's probably it. 101 over 315. I can't think of anything else that divides in there. Let's keep that one down okay. Did I flash off that too quick? Is that one okay then? Multiply all those big numbers out and then just divide by 5 top and bottom at the end of that. That good? All right, let's try. So this one, yeah, exactly. On this one, let me just write it here a little bigger. Bless you. It's just to do that double negative stuff. Yeah, I would totally do that first. Right here, these two negatives and these. Yeah, whenever the two negatives hit each other, head to head like that, you know, they're multiplying, aren't they? So two negatives make a positive. So yeah, I would do that first. Make that plus. Make that plus. Minus 92 plus 23 and plus 52. Yeah, do that first, and then I would just use my calculator from there. I would just get it to there, and then just hit the buttons. Would be what I would do at that point. Just negative. You guys know where that, and calculators, sometimes the negative button, almost always, the negative button is different than the subtract. Do you guys know where the negative button is on the calculator? A lot of times they have like a plus minus toggle switch. That's, or they have a minus in parentheses down on the bottom. That's the negative key. So it varies from calculator to calculator. So you can work that out. Minus 92. So I would just type it all in. I'm getting negative 55
Yes.
on that. Y'all able to get that? Finding the negative key. Good. Questions on that? Grab me. If you have calculator troubles, grab me after class. It just takes usually 10 seconds or maybe 20 seconds to help you with that. Just grab me after class if you're having trouble. All right, so the submarine at a depth of 2595 feet ascends means goes up, right? To a depth of 937. How far did the submarine ascend? Oh, well, that's just subtraction, right? There's nothing more going on there. 2595 minus 937. Just subtract those. The submarine was at one depth and it went up to another depth. How far did it move? Just subtract those two, whatever that is. 1658, yeah. On that. I thought it would be a harder word problem. Just like that. We good with that?